welcome back to our channel and another Vlogmas video. I think this is day 9, 10, 9, 11. I don't know. What day is it? I don't know. Welcome back to another Vlogmas video and my ghostly pale skin. I'm so sorry. But today I thought it would be fun to go over some of my favorite Christmas memories. I like to kind of reminisce around the holidays, which is easy to do when half your family's dead. All jokes aside though, the holidays kind of stink for me, because my grandpa, who I love to pieces, is gone, and my mom is also gone. And I'm just kind of not a big part of my family anymore. Just get along with some of them, but there's just too many now. Just like, but there's a lot of people I don't know. So holidays are like kind of weird now. So let's go back to a simpler time before all of that, when people were still alive and Christmas was fun. Yay, childhood. So we're gonna cover 3 iconic Christmas moments in my life. So memory number 1, I thought this was hysterical, by the way, and like still to this day, I think this is hysterical. So for those of you who don't know, I was born in Memphis. I am a Tennessee native, and I was adopted a new family who lived in California when I was very, very young. That being said, I developed a lot of my brain while I was in the womb, and I spoke with an accent, and I kind of was very, like, Southern. I was very stereotypically Southern from an early age, and my parents were like, we didn't expose her to this, and I'm like, no, but I was in the womb. So this feeds into that, and I still to this day absolutely believe it and refuse to look up the actual thing. So when I was little, I decided I needed an origin story of the Christmas tree. And me being Southern, my first thought was rednecks. So I go up to my mom one day and I go, Mom, and she's like, yeah. I'm like, where do Christmas trees come from? She's like, Oregon, because we always bought our trees from Oregon. And I go, no, like, where did that tradition come from? And she's like, I don't know, why? And I was like, because I know. And she was like, sweet Jesus. And I'm like, no, I know the answer. I have the answer. Let me tell you the answer. And my mom's like, okay, sure, what is it? Mind you, I was like 4 at this point. 3 or 4. I was like very little. And I go, well, it had to be a drunk guy. My mom goes, what? I go, yeah, it has to be a drunk guy, right? And she goes, I mean, I guess. And I go, yeah, okay, well, think about it. Like, you're in your trailer park, and you're, he's there, and he's like, beer gut out. And he's talking to his wife, who's a raccoon, and he goes, I'm going to get you something for Christmas. And Mom's like, oh, dear God, why do you do this? And I look at her, and I go, am I wrong? And she goes, okay, well, tell me your story. So I go, all right, so there's an old redneck in his trailer, and he's talking to his wife, who happens to be a raccoon, and he says he wants to get her something for Christmas, and he sees a tree outside, and he goes, I'm going to bring nature inside. And my mom's like, why do you think this way? And I'm like, I don't know. And so he goes out, and he cuts down the tree, and he brings it inside, and he goes, oh, shit, I need to water it. As a kid, I said, oh, sugar, he needs to water it, because we put soda in our trees to keep them alive longer, because the sugar and I don't know the science behind plants. So he brings the tree inside the house, and he goes, well, I need to make a stand, because it can't stand by itself. So he cuts off, or he goes outside, he grabs the stump, he cuts it apart, he puts water in it, and he puts it in the house, and he nails them together, because that's how you make it stand, right? And my mom's just like, why do you think like this? And I'm like, I don't know. And so I continue on and I go, well, now he's sad because he brought nature inside, but it doesn't go with the aesthetic. So he starts hanging things on it to make it look festive for his raccoon wife. And my mom's like, all right, I'm done. And I was like, and then the raccoon just destroyed it. And so we threw it outside, but then everyone had seen him bring it in, and everyone's like, oh, that seems like a good idea. And so they bring it inside, they bring trees inside, and that's how the Christmas tree tradition started. My mom's like, why are you crazy? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. I'm sorry. And my mom's like, yeah, clearly. And I'm like, and yes, I was 3 or 4 when I came up with this theory. And to this day, I refuse to look up where Christmas trees, like where that tradition came from, because I just want to believe it was a drunken redneck and his raccoon wife that made that a thing. And it just started in trailer parks, and people thought it looked cool, and so they started doing it in higher end, not trailer parks. And that's my theory. Memory number 2. This was just like heartwarming. I promise this was not like cringy like that one. Maybe it is. I don't know. I was 4. Okay, so this story takes place when I am 5, and this is my best Christmas ever. When I was 5, my parents had like a great year, and they had like a bunch of extra money, and so we did not just get essentials, we got things we wanted. And my brother already had a dog, and my brother had everything he wanted because my brother was the golden child and I was the troublemaker. And so we were, let me back this up. Travis and I would wake up at 5 o'clock every single Christmas to walk the dogs. That was like our gift to our mom so she could sleep in, which she couldn't sleep in, so she just like stayed upstairs and watched TV and like ignored the fact she had children. That was like her Christmas. And so we would get up every day or every Christmas, and we would walk the dog or dogs, depending how many we had at the time. So up until I was 5, we only had one dog. We had Gretchen, and she was this humongo Great Dane who I genuinely thought was a pony, and my mom let me believe was a pony for 3 or 4 years of being alive. It's not fun. Not fun for me, it was fun for my mom. So anyway, so that dog was my brother's dog. That wasn't my dog. So on my 5th, I said on my 5th birthday. On my 5th Christmas, my birthday is not even near Christmas. On my 5th birthday, on my 5th Christmas, my parents decided to get me a dog. So I was 5 years old, or 5? Yeah, 5. I was 5. I was 5. It was Christmas. And so we woke up at 5 a.m. to walk the Great Dane, and my brother knew that I had gotten a puppy, but I did not. So we go downstairs, it's 5 in the morning, and so the rule was you couldn't open your Santa gift until everyone was downstairs. You could open your stocking, but none of your presents. My present was a puppy. So it wasn't really like they could hide it very well. So my brother goes, so I wake up my brother and I'm really excited. I'm like, because we would turn on Christmas movies, set a fire in the fireplace, turn on all of the Christmas lights because it would be dark, and then make hot cocoa and watch movies until our parents woke up. And so I'm really pumped, right? And I'm like, Travis, let's go walk the puppy so we can go, or go walk Gretchen so we can go do the thing. And my brother goes, no. And I'm like, no, what? And he goes, you're not allowed downstairs. And I'm like, excuse you? And Travis is like, I'm sorry, I have to walk the dog. And I'm like, but we walk the dog together. That's what we do every year. And he goes, yeah, but this year I can't have you walk the dog with me. And I'm like, why? And he's like, because one of your presents, you might see it, and then you'll want to play with it, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what the heck could my present be that I can't walk the dog with you? And so I ran downstairs, and he chases me down the stairs. He's like, Sabrina, you're not allowed to go downstairs. And I'm like, but Travis, this is what we do every Christmas, and I don't want to stop doing it. And so we okay. So we fast forward where Travis has now tackled me, and we're at the bottom of the stairs, and he's like, you can't come down here yet. And I'm like, but I want to. It's what we do every year. And so we're like arguing, and he goes, okay, go back upstairs, and when I'm done walking the dog, and then he paused, and I was like, excuse you, what? Why are you pausing? My brother was like, okay, I'm not allowed to tell you. And I'm like, I got a puppy. And he was like, and I was like, I actually got a puppy. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, do I have to act surprised? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, can I play with it? And he goes, no! So I go upstairs because I'm not allowed to look at the puppy. But I'm like shaking with excitement. And so he comes back upstairs and he goes, okay, I put the puppy away. Because we would put the puppy in the laundry room because it was like a tile floor, so it was easy to clean if the puppy made a mess or whatever. And so he's like, I put the puppy away, I walk the dogs, let's go downstairs. And so he told me I wasn't allowed to leave the living room because then I could potentially see the puppy because it was just like a gate. It wasn't, they didn't close the door or anything because they wanted the puppy to like interact with the other dog. And so I'm in the living room and I'm like so excited about the puppy. I don't care about any of the other presents. And my brother goes, oh my God, why did mom and dad get you so much this year? And I look over and there's a freaking like kids Barbie Jeep. And I'm just like, oh dude, I'm a baller this year. So I was like, I don't know, what did you get? He's like, not a dog and not a Jeep. Mind you, Travis was like 10. So it's not like he just on video games. I think that year he got his Xbox too, so it's not like he didn't get anything cool. And they got me the Harry Potter playthrough games so that I could play on Travis's Xbox. And he was like, why did she get everything this year? And then when my parents came downstairs, they're like, did you keep her from, and he's like, she knows she got a puppy. And they're like, Travis, and he was like, what? She wanted to walk Gretchen with me, and I had to keep telling her she wasn't allowed to, and she had a little fit. And I was like, I wanted to walk with my brother. What's wrong with that? And then it turns out I got a Lhasa, and he was so freaking cute. And I loved him, and his name is Johnny, and he actually ended up living a very, very, very short life. He died around 2-ish years old, or a year and a half, while I was away. And I was devastated and hurt and offended that my dad couldn't take care of pets and got my puppy hit by a car. And then my mom got me a replacement puppy, which sounds really bad, but I was really little. I was 7 when my puppy got hit by the car. But since that day, I haven't let my dad take care of animals. And so, like, when he married a veterinarian, I was like, are you sure you want him around you? Because he can't freaking take care of anything. But, yeah, so then I got another puppy. But, that Christmas, I got, like, all these really cool things, and Travis got a bunch of cool things that were, like, less cool than my things, and I felt really cool because most years, I'm gonna say 90% of the Christmases we've had, Travis gets better stuff than me. So yeah, I don't know. My mom liked him more. Like my mom blatantly was like, I like him more, and I'm like, yeah, okay, that's fine. You know, I don't know. Like people are like, you can't say that to your kid. I'm like, at least my mom was honest with me. Whatever. So memory number 3. And this actually is relating to the year my mom died, because my mom died right before Thanksgiving. Actually, my mom died like a day or 2 after the election results. Ooh, that's cool. If you want to know a time frame, my mom died like that week. Yeah. We always joke she died from the shock. But my mom also, like, we know who my mom voted for, so it's not. Or who my mom would have voted for if she weren't in the hospital, so she made it very clear. So, so the year my mom passed away was obviously the first year we didn't have my mom for Christmas, because she died in November. And, it was a really weird experience. So it went from, because my mom wouldn't let us do anything to plan Christmas because she very avidly wanted us to believe in Santa until now, which I'm really glad I don't still believe in Santa for a multitude of reasons, but like my mom wanted to keep it as like magical as she could until she died. And she did a really good job. I'm not gonna lie, like she got some presents that I don't know how the hell she decided or like figured out where she was gonna hide those things. Like for example, the Barbie Jeep. I don't know where the heck that was leading up to Christmas. It wasn't in our garage. It wasn't in the laundry room. It wasn't in the living room. And like there was no way they could put it in their room and not have someone notice. You know what I mean? Like my mom was like master of hiding Christmas presents. So for Christmas, I got turned into the responsible adult for getting Christmas set up. Even though my dad wasn't there, but my dad was there, and my grandma was there. And no, they weren't. My dad was off canoodling his soon-to-be wife, and my grandmother was rearranging my entire house because, you know, when someone dies, you come in and you change everything for their families, right? Still bitter. I'm still bitter to this day. But anyway, so so Travis and I had to do Christmas, and we had to get the Christmas tree, we had to get all of the presents, we had to decorate the entire house, and it was just very stressful. Like, don't get me wrong, we did the tree, and we did the decorating and everything every year, like, all through middle school and high school for both of us, but we never did the shopping. Like, we would do our own personal shopping for, like, our friends or our parents or each other, but, like, my mom did the bulk amount of the shopping. And so I was doing stocking stuffers, I was doing Christmas presents, I was doing things for my grandma who was there for whatever reason. And, like, on top of that, I was trying to mourn the death of my mother and wrap my head around the fact that my dad was so willing to jump into a relationship with someone instead of being there for his children, but whatever. Sorry, I like looking out my window. So that was the first year I had to do Christmas. I mean, we pulled it off. We did a really okay Christmas, but it didn't feel like Christmas because her mom wasn't there and our grandma was randomly there, and then my dad was like not really around, and it was kind of a really sucky Christmas. But what I will say is it taught me a lot about planning Christmas, and since 2016 I have never waited to last minute shop. I have never waited to last minute decorate. Girl, I am on top of it. Like that year was so stressful. I mean, obviously our mom died and stuff, so there were like added things, but like now I know, okay, I need to get this, and this done by Thanksgiving. And if I get those things done by Thanksgiving through Christmas, I actually get to like enjoy the holiday season, enjoy the food, enjoy cooking, enjoy like all those things. So it was a really crappy time, but it was a really, really good memory to have because it was such a strong learning experience for me, and I'm super grateful for it. Mind you, like, I would have eventually had that, and I wish my mom didn't have to, be dead, but, like, also, It taught me a lot at a very young age. I was 19 when my mom passed away, so like I was pretty young. I know only one other person whose mom passed away was she was 19, and she is younger than me. Her mom passed away in the last year, so. But yeah, so I'm happy to be able to take that as a learning experience, if nothing else. But so those are 3 of my most notable Christmas experiences. I wouldn't necessarily say favorite, but definitely most notable Christmas experiences. And I hope you guys enjoyed my little redneck story that I came up with when I was 4, or the excitement of the puppy when I was 5, or learned something about Christmas. I don't know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a super great holiday, whatever you celebrate. We only do Vlogmas because we celebrate Christmas here. But thank you guys so much for watching. Loads of love. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll talk to you in the next video. And I'm so sorry that my videos where I just sit down and kind of do stuff are very rambly and we don't edit them. I enjoy them. I enjoy doing this. I'm sorry. I enjoy talking to the camera or to you guys or whatever I'm doing. Whatever I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will talk to you tomorrow in the next Vlogmas video, and then we actually have an announcement as of New Year's for a new schedule. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Loads of love. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that little bell notification button, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye!